Mina Aisatus Maisise and today Sierra Network and Radisson Blue Hotel concerning the 2 days training with the Ministry of Information and Communication in collaboration with Facebook get. We dey go now the all now. Osai the training they take place.
Distinguished guests, cabinet ministers, deputy ministers, and colleagues from other MDAs. Let me, on behalf of the Ministry of Information and Communication, in collaboration with Facebook, take the opportunity to welcome you to this half-day brainstorming session. I won't call it training session because we are all adults who brainstorm, because it's going to be very interactive. We are particularly pleased to have in our midst very high-profile team from Facebook. I guess most of us have been interacting with Facebook, but we've not been able to put a face to it because we feel it's something abstract. So we are happy that we now have a team who are actually here to interact with us, so that we know that when we talk about Facebook, we are talking about people who have come together to share with us on a platform their skills and to help us interact in this world. Because as we know, the world today is driven by technology, and we all know the implications. The externalities can be positive and negative. So Facebook is here to let us know how we can navigate when we are faced with any conundrum. So without much ado, let me introduce the chairperson for this occasion. As you know, in the Ministry of Information and Communications, we're a team. And the team is led by a very big dreamer. And when you have a dreamer who does not only dream because he does not want to make dreams his master, he plays a team that shares his vision or his dream. And so, in the ministry, the dreamer who is the minister is supported by an individual who has not only imbibed the minister's dream, but has also translated it to the extent that within a very short period of time, she has become part of that dream. So whether the minister is there or not, we know that the vision of the ministry exists. There is no vacuum. That individual also is a learner. And as you know, the day you stop dying. And since she came to the ministry, she has also inculcated she has also inculcated the nuances of her boss, to the extent that because she's learning very fast, she's getting younger. And I recall whenever we went to international conferences, she becomes the center stage of attraction. In fact, I recall when we were in Egypt, one of the ambassadors had to call her a princess. That shows that the attraction that she actually got in those areas, and she represented the boss very well. So without much ado, please join me this morning to welcome on stage or to associate ourselves with the chairperson for this occasion, who is no less a person than Madam Mamadi Gobe Kamara, the Deputy Minister of Information and Communication. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. P.S. I can't believe what I just heard you say. But anyway, I forgive you. Ministers of government, all other personalities represented here, good morning and welcome to this half-day session with Facebook on Facebook policy engagement. Social media is changing the nature of political communication. We are witnessing increasingly social media applications and tools that inform and mobilize citizens in new ways. Users of these social media applications are now able to connect directly to politicians, campaign managers, and government officials and engage in political activities or policy discussions. The government of President Julius Maada Bio understands that social media, or more specifically Facebook and partners, play an important role for the amplification and delivery of the new direction in promoting a more democratic Sierra Leonean society. This allows for active citizen participation in governance. To this end, our ministry has been building healthy democratic networks within this civic space, whilst ensuring that government is directly connected and providing responses to its citizenry through the use of ICTs. Through our digital transformation roadmap, the Ministry of Information and Communications continues to provide services that add real benefit to the lives of our citizens. Colleagues, a lot of our public sector work can be accomplished using ICTs, open and big data and analytics. Why? Because using data for good and analytics can improve outcomes of public programs and gain the public trust. Today, Cabinet and senior government officials will be provided expert information and trainings on Facebook's policies, processes, and resources for public and developmental engagement by lead policy and governance experts from Facebook Africa. This training will provide demonstrations of real-world social media applications for ministers and other senior government officials. This is a direct action of a meeting in October 2019 with the Honorable Minister of Information and Communications, Honorable Mohamed Ramanswari, and Ms. Adora Ikenzi, Head of Anglophone West Africa Facebook Public Policy, where a formal proposal was made to provide expert information and training sessions to the Cabinet of the Government of Sierra Leone, administrative staff of key public agencies, and civic stakeholders on Facebook's policies, processes, and resources for public and developmental engagement. It is my hope that by the end of the training today, many of us will be empowered to use and engage on social media for the public good, mine data to create a holistic picture of our constituents, tailor our policies and programs reflecting on the analytics and real-time data. So at this point, I would like to say happy Facebooking. It's time to have a Facebook profile, so send me a friend invite. Our ministry remains committed in amplifying the use of ICT, big data, and analytics to make meaningful change. Let me thank you very much for your attention and continue with the rest of the program. At this point, I'd like to invite Madam Adora Ikenzi, Head of Public Policy, Facebook, Anglophone, West Africa.
Honorable Minister Swari, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Deputy Ministers, Heads of Departments, distinguished guests, it is my distinct honor on behalf of Facebook and the rest of the team to be here in Sierra Leone and to support the government of Sierra Leone under the leadership of President Maada Bio and the guidance of Honorable Minister for Communications and Information, Minister Ramanswari. We have a very unique image globally. We are a platform that was built to bring the world closer together and to help people to build communities and share experiences. We have also grown into a tool for democratic engagement, for economic empowerment, and for cultural expression, amongst other things. Facebook is committed to Africa. I am here with a few of the members of the Africa team, and it gives me great pleasure to say that every single person in Facebook who works on Africa policy is from Africa. Every single member of the team is an African, born from African parents, raised on the continent, and we have representation from over 40 countries on the continent. We understand our responsibilities, not just as Facebook staff, but also as citizens of this continent, to ensure that our platform is being used to the maximum benefit of our fellow Africans. The users in Africa represent not just our youngest, but our fastest growing demographic. It is an issue that is not just a source of pride to us, but also a great responsibility. We recognize the value of expression and community, but we also recognize the responsibility that goes with providing such an accessible tool to the citizens. Part of our role here today is to, first of all, ensure you that we take this responsibility extremely seriously. We understand that there are occasions when our platform is not used the way it is supposed to be used. But we also recognize that there is an onus on us to inform and educate people about how Facebook should be used, what the rights, the responsibilities, and the sanctions are for misusing the platform. We know that this platform is also an incredible tool for economic and national development, individual economic empowerment and national development. As a second objective of us being here today is to be able to share with you the various ways in which you can maximize our tools for engagement with your constituency and build out your national developmental plans. And this varies from simple engagements with your constituencies to actually using our data and artificial intelligence resources for national planning purposes. We recognize the talent, the strength, and the potential of the continent, and the importance of giving every single African voice, access, and opportunity. We believe that technology can support the achievement of national developmental goals and enable this continent to achieve its potential faster and more equitably. We believe the strength of relationships begins in communication. Communication builds understanding, understanding builds cooperation, cooperation builds development, development builds growth. Our goal with this engagement is to lay the foundation for the most optimal relationship between Facebook and the government of Sierra Leone. Over the next 2 days, we will communicate the range and the parameters of our tools and policies. We believe the understanding of this is essential to foster this cooperation for the development and growth of your national and individual aspirations. The format of these sessions will be quasi-interactive. We will present and then we will take questions and hopefully offer more deeper explanations. The resources I have here with me are the experts and sub-Saharan leaders in their various fields. I will introduce them as they come up for their various presentations. Honorable Minister, distinguished ministers, deputy ministers, esteemed guests, we recognize your busy schedules and your pressing responsibilities, and on behalf of Facebook, please accept our sincere appreciation for your presence today. And it is without further ado, I invite our chief host for the day, Honorable Minister Soare, to give us his welcome address.
Madam Deputy Minister, the Facebook team, colleague ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen representing agencies and other outlets. You are most certainly welcome. My job is done. I was supposed to be here to welcome you all. It is indeed a great pleasure to be here this morning with this assemblage of distinguished ladies and gentlemen. You know, today is a Monday, So it's usually very difficult to get government ministers to a forum like this, particularly when I know there are too many other things going on. Their presence here today is a loud and clear testimony of their commitment to improve and to deliver on the national commitments of government. His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio has as one of his cardinal objectives leaving behind a proud legacy of an inclusive digital Sierra Leone. A Sierra Leone where our citizens will be able to not only compete and compete fiercely in the global platform. We realize also that our demographic is predominantly young people, and therefore they are most likely users of these social media platforms. Remember, Facebook does not only manage, they don't only own Facebook, they own Instagram, WhatsApp, and Instagram. So these are the platforms they own and manage. So it is very important that we are able to understand what are the opportunities these platforms bring and the challenges. Like the Permanent Secretary noted, when you understand the challenges, you are in a better stead to be able to maneuver the ever-evolving challenges using social media. Today is a culmination of what started like an informal conversation with Facebook last year. Again, this is part of the dividends of conference diplomacy. Many people sometimes say government officials travel, they go abroad, but when we go abroad, we don't go to sleep all day. We ensure that we make meaningful contacts that will benefit Sierra Leone. Until I came in touch with Facebook, I had no idea, the kind of opportunities they offer to diligent Facebook users who understand the opportunities they offer. Until I spoke with them, I did not know 5% of what Facebook is all about. For us, it was about posting pictures after occasions, sadly enough in Sierra Leone, even when you say you are bereaved, you get several likes, who has not had the likes when you report that I lost a near and dear member of my family? Many people say like. So it becomes a harvest of likes. But on another note, I just like to echo that to assure my Facebook colleagues here that this room is full of energy. You see here distinguished government ministers, heads of parastatals, and all Facebook handlers for various ministries, departments, and agencies. So this is about the best team you could have in country. This is because we value the relationship. We know this is going to lay a solid foundation going forward. So on that note, I'd like again to reiterate the warm welcome. Enjoy Sierra Leone while you are here. I'm sure you must have noticed that already. We are a visa on arrival country. I see Madam Memona to Pratt beaming with smiles. That's the tourism minister. They will introduce themselves. So you did not have to go through the usual hassles of going to the nearest consulate or embassy to secure a visa. Apart from that, you live in close by Leone. After the training, don't hesitate, just walk around. I'm sure you have a date with Sierra Leone. During your next vacation, you'll be on the flight to Freetown. So on that note, I'd like to welcome you again to the guests, our most esteemed colleagues who are here to interact with you. I know we all live here millionaires in ideas and experiences. So on that note, I now have the unique privilege and opportunity to officially declare this meet open.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name and that you be?
Mina Charles Kefkobai, Executive Director, Forward Sierra Leone.
We see you the part of this training with the Ministry of Information and Communication in collaboration with Facebook, Holna Radisson Blue. I go want to make you tell we what in this training mean to you.
Thankfully, I want also to appreciate the Ministry of Information and Communication where they invite we heads of civil society organizations and where they are, and so grateful for being part of this workshop, for learn on how Facebook they handle their policy around content what they post on Facebook, the security aspect of how the responsibility rests also on we, where it's a shared responsibility, but we still get large component of it for play as individual users, for make sure say you really protect your privacy. Then don't provide all the tools for you. How you only need for follow those tools and show whether you want for let your information be shared with the general public or friends of friends, or it be limited no more to you and your family member. All those options are made available. So based on which you choose, now I'm gonna make your privacy be exposed to public, or your privacy really remain a privacy to you. And then if you post the wrong content, it only takes a reporting. Somebody need for report the column, then the platform they were created where they use the reporting tool, then get varied questions so they go ask. We were able to use that for answer, for send the report. And when you send the report, not necessarily means say the content go be getting rid of immediately, but then get a review panel where also get for go sit down and review your content where you complain about, content by content or sentence by sentence, and look at whether it fall within the standard code we then get. If then violate that content, violates their own standards, then go pull up. But if you not violate anything on the standard set out by Facebook, it means say you complain, no go mean anything, they not go pull up. So people need for understand, and this sometimes and day you been don't say report, or you think say it takes the general viewers or readers now you column for report a particular content before Facebook will react. No, it's just you as an individual can report. And the good thing is when you report, no that person not get for no say you don't report. Now only you and Facebook know say you report a particular content. So it means say your privacy as a whistleblower is also protected very strongly.
So you don't get any let's say you get any story on Facebook where you see say this story has already on Facebook, you know, go down well with you, like you use the reporting policy on Facebook. If you don't ever know about this reporting policy and you don't ever use them?
Yeah, I've been don't know, but last year I've been also the part of the international conference on telecommunications where NatCom be host na Salonia. I've been one of the participants there, and the Facebook regional manager for this West Africa, been Dede from Ghana, and so we teach you a host of things on that. In fact, now they make for we all know say there is a reporting mechanism we may not be know before then on Facebook, and you need for report. And even on the WhatsApp where you use, you get a reporting mechanism. If you click on the right hand column, drops in there. On that drop, you go see a lot of tools where they did. We only need for explore. The more you explore, the more knowledgeable you could be on the Facebook page and the other tributary applications where Facebook they use where get for deal with WhatsApp.
So what do you think about the training?
The training very important because they open a lot of conversation between we, the users, and Facebook, for make we able know what in the standards them we available and how we able for feel secure for use Facebook, because there are times we think say we not secure where you they send you information on Facebook, but then the training able for make you understand as a participant say yes you are safe. It depends on the application where you use, the tool where you use for make sure say your security not be undermined. If you're not knowledgeable, then you go click no more say public. So you don't need public for know a lot about you where you not be really desire for let them know. So now I make this conversation also no need for tap yeah, but that we also we don't come understand this, and some of we been don't understand them from other conferences, international conferences, but this don't reinforce with knowledge base. So we need now for make a lot of people understand how do you safeguard your own privacy as you use Facebook as a user. And then if you not be know, somebody explain to you, I think say it will educate a lot of people, because most people sign up to Facebook without knowing all of them tools here. And someone for just come and say message or you read a tag person, that's what they know. But if we begin whole conversations, and thank God the media self there, maybe we go begin appeal to the media and CSOs for begin get some sessions within the time. We'll go able to educate the public as to how do you maintain and preserve your own privacy, and you're not able to encroach on another man's privacy within the context of using Facebook and Facebook in other applications when like a WhatsApp.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
As another listen to waiting the Minister of Information and Communication, Honorable Mohamed Rado Suare, don't talk about the 2 days training with the Ministry of Information in collaboration with the Facebook Get na Radisson Blue. Me wake up with this program to na today. Me your name na Aissatou Smile Sise. Until we meet again, I say tata.